that as well. In theory, Enigma could go mid or off lane as well. Not really expecting it though, depending on what their last pick is, which is what they're going to be picking up right now. If it's still going to be a support or if it's going to be a mid laner.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And with this lineup, I mean, I can't really predict anything here. It's open for them to decide what they want to be doing. And I like that about their lineup. We saw that previous game as well. They kept their lineup very open until the very end. Just open in terms of where they were going to go. I mean, in the end, it still went pretty okay. As in, it was pretty okay to figure out what they're actually going to be doing. And it came out to be quite logical with 2 dual lanes. But there's so many different possibilities that, like, every possibility might be logical, and there's no real bad one that you can go for.
10 seconds remaining.
And this is all the time that they have left. 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Bane.
It's a Bane, and that is something that I was not
Dire
expecting.
team pick.
And it is gonna be, it could actually be played as solo mid, then I would be a bit more understanding towards it, but, you know, you've got this Magnus with an RP, big AoE stuff. Enigma, big black hole, AoE stuff. Infest damage from Lifestealer, Vengeful Spirit with her Wave of Terror, and then you need some extra damage to go through, and Bane cannot give that because he is solo target only.
10 seconds remaining.
And that is something that I'm not really convinced about. But then again,
5
you're up
seconds
against a Puck. If
remaining.
you can Fiend Script that Puck or that Weaver, both heroes very mobile, and you will be able to catch them out of position at some point with that Fiend Script, and then you can kill them off real fast. For people wondering who is playing for Bamboo right now in Bamboo's team on the Radiant side, we see that Shui is there. It is also Come With Me that is still playing with them together with the Nino. Ricky 6 is Come With Me. Ricky 5 is the Nino. And the other guy, Courage de la Ghetto, is actually a hero or player that I don't know, and is actually not having his Steam profile activated, so I don't think we'll ever find out who that actually is, unfortunately for us. And of course Liquid just complete with their full lineup. Ooh. And what? Like, you have a Lycan pickup, you know, great, but then again, the thing about a Lycan is, as in wolf form, he cannot be slowed. He's just running freely, unless you have a Fiend Script. Like, they already have Bane against that Lycan anyways. I don't know, I don't think that's ideal. But we're gonna see. We're gonna be testing the skills of the random guy that we don't know. Of the Courage de la Ghetto. I still don't know, like, de la is like French, right? And if they say Courage de la Ghetto, I don't know how to pronounce that. Pronounced it in Dutch. Courage de la Ghetto. That sounds pretty, doesn't it? Awful. Awful. Anyways. Well, let's see who's gonna be playing what. We're gonna have Boba playing the Lycanthrope for this game. It's gonna be Fluff on the Rubik. Korok playing the Puck. And I expect gonna be playing the Keeper of the Light. TC will be playing the Weaver this game, and we will be seeing on the Radiant side where Hamburger is going to be going. It's going to be Ricky 6, who is of course Come With Me. He's going to be playing the Lifestealer with Sweet Dota playing the Magnus in this game, so going to be going towards the mid lane. And Courage de la Ghetto playing the Bane for this matchup. And of course Ricky 5, the last one there, is going to be the Vengeful Spirit, and that will be the Nino, the guy that was still there. There we go. And of course we have a switch up from the previous game. Previous game we have Buller playing support, playing the Rubik support. This game we'll have the Bane. He's gonna be playing indeed as a support, and we'll actually have so we have Magnus on the top lane, or sorry, in the middle lane, with Bamboo playing on the top lane. The offlaner will probably be going into the jungle first though, and we'll leave the entire top lane open, but at some point he might go towards that top lane to deny some creeps and make sure maybe the lane is going to be a bit more in their favor to try and catch some experience out there or something like that. But we'll find out, as we might see Lifestealer just free farming on the bottom lane with just some rotations for the Bane. They can try to go for that, of course. They can try to go for that rotation with the Bane and the Vengeful. The combination, I mean, it's not really super strong. You've got to disable to set things up with. You have the Nightmare to initiate with. Everybody can get in position. Then there will be a magic missile from the Vengeful Spirit, and then you either have a Skewer back towards the base, or you have got or towards the tower. You've got Shockwave, you've got Open Wounds, you know, that kind of stuff. You don't really have a follow-up stun after that Vengeful Spirit. She's basically the only one that has a real solid disable after which you can freely hit, apart from that Fiend's Grip. And of course, I'm not counting the Black Hole and the RP with that as well, but you know, they do the same thing, I guess. As we'll see that Ike's Mike is going to be rotating top. They're going to be leaving the bottom lane open entirely as well, just like Hamburger's going to leave their hard lane open. They're going to have Lycan. I'm kind of curious to see where he's going to be going. Bulba is normally the offlaner right now for Liquid, so he might actually be going into the jungle instead, or he creates some wolves to get his mana back up again before he jumps himself out into the darkness, into the wild, I should say. And Korak on his puck, of course, in the mid lane, and then a tri lane on the top lane. Very safe tri lane for this Weaver. He's gonna be up against the Enigma still though, but Enigma already scouting out that he is not gonna be by himself. So Bamboo not leaving the lane open, and I think that he should actually be reconsidering that, because right now it's not really ideal if he tries to do that. But then again, if he continues to deny creeps this way, then the lane at some point will be towards his tower, and he will be getting experience there, and he knows that. So he's gonna be waiting until that happens. As we're gonna see Bamboo again farming, just having a good old time and being alone on his lane with no one else from Liquid to do anything about it. It's quite nice to see. Korak in the meantime should be the one to be getting ahead on this mid lane, though of course for Sweet doesn't really matter that much. He's here for levels alone and he is getting those, so that is all fine. As we're gonna see when he is gonna do something with that level 6 of his. Gonna be seeing Bamboo, who's still here. I'm kind of curious to see how long he's gonna be hanging around here, because I'm not too convinced that this is a good choice. And he's getting a bit of experience, yeah, but he would have gotten more in the jungle. I mean, Enigma is being considered the hardest carry. What am I saying? The fastest jungler in the game right now. So quite curious to see what he's expecting to be doing on this top lane here in the meantime. Boba is still farming the jungle, tanking the creep waves themselves because his wolves can't do it anymore. But so far so good, and he's level 2. It's not ideal anymore with a Lycan, but you can still do it. It is still a possibility if you want to risk it. As we're going to see an invisibility rune going to the Magnus, so Shui is going to be able to have an escape with that. Might be a bit more ballsy with that. He can't really do anything with it just yet. I mean, he can't set up for an RP because he's still level 3. Oh my god, that round. I know, it's amazing. And we're gonna be seeing if Korak can do something against him. I mean, I don't think the Korak can actually kill off Shui right now. I mean, the Skewer is still there. He hasn't escaped even without that invisibility rune. Maybe he's gonna try to force out the rune though. That might be something. But for now, no can do. And actually, Magnus uses it anyway because he wants to get his bottle up. But Korak knows what's going on. He doesn't have a ward on the top lane, but I guess he saw the inventory of Shui, so he knows what's going on. In the meantime, the top lane, bottom lane rather, is gonna get a bit of push from the both Rickies. The Nino and Come With Me, who are just trying to lay down some pressure, maybe trying to force someone to come towards the bottom lane. They might have the potential to kill off, but looks like Liquid is so far not really doing anything with it. So far just leaving them push. And I mean, the pushing power on itself is not really that impressive. They don't really have any extra pushing power that, you know, like a Leshrac could bring, or Chen or an Enchantress or something like that. We'll be seeing TC 16 for 6, gonna be trying to go for some harassment up on Bamboo. There's a Gemini attack there as well. Look at Bamboo. I mean, he's still level 1. He should really be considering to go into the jungle, but then again, he doesn't want to leave all those creeps towards TC, but it's not worth sitting around there at level 1, I think. As the push continues on the bottom lane.
Bottom tower is under attack.
The supports of Liquid have smoked up, gonna be going towards the mid lane, see if they can gank up on the Magnus before he turns level 6. He is level 4 only, so the level-wise it should be possible, but let's see. I mean, there's still a Skewer there, so escape is definitely there. You've got a Telekinesis followed up by Illuminate. And there will maybe be, there won't be anything else. So Silence to make sure that he can't Skewer. That would be the one. Oh, he's gonna go for the rune. He can't get it though. Telekinesis from the side. Shui knows he's in trouble. There's a Telekinesis. There's a Silence. No Skewer for Shui. Fateful. There's a Skewer. Oh, he can't reach it. One more hit needed. Miss from the low ground. No, doesn't matter. Korak gets the first blood.
What's this? A fascinating substance.
Yeah, fascinating substance indeed, and that's gonna be Korak pulling up ahead in the mid lane, even though he was already doing that a bit by experience and by last hits of course as well, but now definitely pulling
Dire's
up
bottom
ahead.
tower is under attack.
As we're gonna be seeing him actually
Radiant's
rotate. I'm
top
gonna be
tower
giving
is
his
under
salve
attack.
towards the Keeper of Light. That's always nice. But we still have the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane going down, and come with me still happily farming. It looks like Liquid is okay with this,
Radiant's top tower is
it
under
really depends on
attack.
what their actual game plan is going to be. If they're going to be having that Lycan level 6 and they're going to start pushing, perhaps. It's not ideal, but it could be a potential. Not sure how much Hamburger can do back with this. Malefice trying to help out. Bamboo. There goes Tsukushi. And he is going to be going down, most likely. One Gemini attack needed, one attack needed in general. TC is going to be able to time-lapse away from that. Ooh, not getting that much extra damage. And they know that now too, but they can't chase him anymore. Pops a salve and we'll be able to be fine. TV back there didn't matter anymore. Bamboo going down. 2 kills for Liquid right now, as we're seeing Hamburger a bit struggling to get their thing going. I mean, I don't really blame them, because both of those heroes, both top and middle, require levels, level 6. Though Bamboo is really not getting any levels. He's still level 2 and is 5 minutes in, and he's not going to get any levels anytime soon. Maybe he's going to get, well, maybe some with this push in, but he should be really careful, because the kill potential right now of Liquid, even though they don't really have those kind of major
Dire's
kill
bottom
type
tower is
heroes,
under attack.
with a level 2 on Bamboo,
Radiant's
level
top
3 right now,
tower
it is
is
very
under
easy to
attack.
kill him off, especially with that how helping out as well. Chip Shower taking some harassment here of on the bottom lane.
Radiant's
So the tier
top
1
tower
goes down
has
on the top
fallen.
lane. It looks like Fuck
Dire's
trying to go
bottom
for
tower
something
is
here.
under attack.
There's a silence. He can't really go for a kill though. There is an RP up on the Magnus, so we might see him trying to use that soon, but where is he going to use it? Like, if he's going to use it on the top lane,
Dire's bottom tower
it might
is
not be
under
too
attack.
ideal, because... Yeah, that's... I mean, you know, look at the... If right now, Weaver is a great target. But you need to be able to get him down before the RP ends, because otherwise there will be
Dire's bottom tower
time-lapse.
has fallen.
So that's the thing about TC, surviving all the nukes and all the disables that Hamburger has, and then time-lapse and can still kill people. You've got yourself a Keeper of Light who's, you can kill off with an RP, but then there will be a Rubik around there as well. You can't kill them both off, and if you're gonna kill off the Keeper of Light, there will be a Rubik with the telekinesis there already and a Fate Bolt. It's not ideal. You can't really go to the top lane to gank unless you're gonna have your supports with you, because otherwise you're just gonna be playing outnumbered. So bottom lane is also an option. The towers are down. Nobody's gonna overextend here, and it's actually, with those towers down, it's gonna be making a good place for Boba to get some farm. Gonna be able to be a bit more securely farming, because he can be very close towards his tower. Has got a bit of an escape there going for him. All nice, all good. And then you can try to gank up the mid lane, but that's core. That's a puck. Good luck trying to gank up a puck, right? So it really all goes about momentum, and of course the Liquid knows exactly what Hamburger wants with that. Wants to use those black holes and the RPs, and at some point also the Fiend Script, even though Bane is still at level 4. But because of that very fact, because of those big ultis, Liquid is going to be extra aware of that, and they're going to be making sure they're not going to let themselves get caught out, and actually try to get other heroes, try to force out those abilities, force out the RP, to make sure those are not going to be of any threat anymore from Hamburger. But we'll see if that's going to be successful. So far, they're just happily farming. It is still, though, Come With Me farming most, but we saw this previous game as well, where Come With Me was getting a lot of farm in the lane, but the moment that he left his lane, he couldn't translate that advantage into he couldn't capitalize that advantage into really getting ahead in the game itself. But yeah, and again, I mean, yeah, he's doing good, but again, he is being, well, he's being basically almost on the same level as 2 of Liquid. I mean, the difference is big, but it's still gonna be Liquid that is having most heroes in the top 5 of that net worth graph. With, of course, also the Weaver still farming. Who's gonna go for Lincolns, by the way? $1,800 gold up on the lifestealer. Let's see if he's gonna go for that armlet or not. I mean, in the mid lane, we've got a lot of people hanging around there from Hamburger. They want to try to maybe buy extra time for that lifestealer, trying to go for a kill, trying to go for a team fight, but Liquid with an Illuminate, making sure that that's not gonna happen. I know, it's sirens. They're not coming for me, it's okay. But it feels like they're a bit stuck. Like they got this plan, this team fighty plan, and Liquid is just not gonna be complying. I don't blame them. I mean, you really want to fight with a team fight when there is a Magnus and a black hole there on the opposing team? I don't think so. I don't blame them. Black hole is actually not there yet. It is still bamboo, that's still level 5. So I guess they only have the RP for now. And TC is doing so well on this farm. Well, maybe not so well on this farm, more so well on the control. And we're gonna have the Liquid pushing this. They're gonna be going from bamboo. No hope for him. TP is still gonna come in, but it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be way too late. What's Come With Me gonna do right now? Is he really gonna walk into that? He is gonna be surrounded by so many heroes. Goes for Fluff. There's a rage. Is he gonna be able to kill him off? There comes the RP. Maybe not, maybe not. They kill off Fluff. Still, Korok is gonna be in some trouble. Gonna be maybe able to orb himself out. Yes, he is, but hello, Bane. Gonna be able to do some damage to Korok, but the bottom will make sure he keeps himself alive. Blinding Light trying to help out, and they only get Korok and the Weaver actually also. And Magnus able to pick that one up, even though he didn't even use his RP. That's just that Shockwave helping out. So not even too bad for Hamburger. Able to get themselves the first 2 kills of the game. Able to get themselves one of those kills up on their carry, and only losing an Enigma in return, who actually got himself level 6 before he died. Oh, Korok. He's invisible though. They don't know that he's there. Silence. That's the orb.
A strange time to hibernate.
Killing spree for Korok on his pack. That's all that they needed. Bamboo. Probably gonna go for a Blink Dagger first by the looks of it. I mean, if you look at the... Like, I'm saying like they want a team fight and we see their lineup and they do. With a Magnus and with an Enigma, but I actually think that they would profit more from a mechanism right now than from a Blink Dagger, but it really depends on how aggressive they want to be becoming. How aggressive they want to become. Because we actually don't have an army. We have a Maelstrom up on Come With Me, so that is going to be very aggressive. And survivability is going to be lacking slightly with that. Let's see if Fluff is going to be in some trouble here. Looks like this Lifestealer wants to go for it. There goes a face boost. Open wounds. Rage. Fluff. I think he's gone for sure. He knew that too though. Trying to do as much as he can before he went down. But a good kill. A good kill for Come With Me. And that's going to be a tier 1 tower middle perhaps if Liquid doesn't come to defend it quite soon. They do have Korok coming this way, and they have got 2 people standing around there as well with the Lycan hanging around there. Skewer in. Korok gonna not be able to, or gonna be able to jump himself out. The RP not hitting anymore. TC trying to help out. Tower is still standing for now, but the rage there should be able to go down. There we go. Shui actually picking it up. He is 1 step closer towards his Blink Dagger, as that's the one they want to go. Dream Coil hits up on 3. There's still an RP up on Shui though, but they're gonna get Korok anyway. Even without a Fiend Script. Gonna hit up on IX Mike. Gonna be stuck there, gonna be going down. Couple of hits needed. Vengeful Spirit taking the last hit. And that is gonna be overextension from Liquid. I'm kinda surprised they went in like that, like, and still, I mean, there's no RP used by Shui. Kind of messy fight for Liquid by the looks of it, and it does give Hamburger slight edge on the gold. Experience was already in favor of Liquid because of the control they did during the rest of the game, and also of course having someone solid in the jungle able to actually get levels and experience rather than Enigma that couldn't get almost anything done on the top lane. With that fight though, it is going to be Hamburgers that is going to be slightly up ahead. That's the jump that we're waiting for, but it's still not above the 0 line for them, so they're still needing to catch up quite a bit. We've seen the lives that are still going for an almond by the looks of it. Blink Dagger up on the Enigma, and actually TC coming in from behind. Gonna go for the Weaver perhaps, or gonna go for Lifestealer. Nope. Just gonna go for the farm instead. Farm is good. I don't blame him. Wanna get that the Lincoln stuff. He's almost there though. Oh, hello RP. And he actually Shikushi'd in time, lightning fast there on the fingers, and that's gonna be Blink Dagger up by Magnus. In the haste room, teleporting bottom, the RP being used, Fluff being put in a nightmare. Can they do something here? There's no magic missile anymore. Telekinesis up on the Bane. Fatebolt going through, nice brain stab. Here comes Korok though, wants to go for the Nino, gets a Dream Coil up on 2. Korok will still be trying to go down. The black hole catches Korok, catches Bilba. Fluff is having stolen the black hole, but he has no mana to cast it, and it's gonna be the brain step that still picks up the Lycan. Fluff still hanging around. Now he has the black hole. Now he only needs to find a good opening, but he can't find it anymore, as we still see Enigma going down there. There's a black hole. Catches Come With Me. No hope for him. No life for him either, and he is gonna get picked up. Double kill for TC. Bane, what are you doing there? You could have gotten yourself out of there earlier. Still runs away, thinking he might have been able to save his teammate, but wasn't in time anymore. 2 for 2 trade. As it's not over just yet, apparently. There's no RP though. And with the RP wasted, our Liquid figured they could try and fight that. Black Hole was still there though. There goes the Blink and the Score. Gets a keep of light. Shockwave going through as well. TC also getting hit by that actually on the downside. Ix Mike able to stay alive. 1 hit away from dying, but doesn't go down. It's gonna be the Vengeful Spirit that goes down instead. Malefice, TC, doesn't have a time lapse anymore. Doesn't have a time lapse anymore, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be just fine. It looks like it's 5-on-5 Dota on the bottom lane for both teams. Actually, Korok looking himself in, gonna go for Bamboo. Bamboo so far staying alive, hides himself inside the trees. It's gonna be open wounds upon Fluff, trying to get himself out. Telekinesis actually hits upon the Bane. Not fast enough to get him down to go for a try for a stun though, even though the rage was still there anyway. And these are looking for the Enigma, but Enigma was already on his way out. He is actually already safe inside the trees. Doesn't have a TP, but doesn't want it apparently either. And still everybody comes back towards that bottom lane. This bottom lane must have something magnetic about it, because nobody is on the top lane, nobody's on the middle lane. Maybe Bulba is gonna break the spell though. Looks like he is.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And we've seen the Lifestealer having his armor ready and able to finally get some solid farm. There is a Roshan being attacked though. I do think that yeah, the Radiant notices is going on. They have a ward. The question is, can they do something about it? Tactical pause gonna help out. Actually, Bane disconnected, so that's not that tactical anyways. As it happens, that people pause sometimes because there's actually not anything there. Like, unless someone disconnected. That's the one that I mean. See what they can do here though. Gonna be returned from the Rubik. Illuminate's gonna fly through. They want to fight this. Oh, come with me. Gonna be able to take some harassment up on the lower ground. They got vision here with the ward standing there, so they saw Bamboo. Sorry, come with me, hanging around there. They're not gonna go in anymore. Too risky. Too risky with knowing that the RP was up. Black hole almost up again. So we're gonna see come with me continuing to farm. I mean, the gold graph is still going a bit around even. Magnus. Kinda curious to see what he's gonna go for next. He doesn't really have any gold yet, as in after his Blink Dagger. With Liquid trying to keep on the pressure, maybe on the top lane. Having, of course, the Lycanthrope. Lycanthrope is a hero that's known for his ability to split push and just push real hard, because those wolves really do tons of damage. It might not be in as much damage as Lone Drew's Bear would do, for example. But just the ability to go for this kind of burst push and split push like that, it's really valuable. And they're going to be keeping on the pressure. They're only going to be harassed here by Magnus, who's going to come in. Sweet. Don't know what he can do by himself though. It's actually the threat of him alone apparently forces them away again. This is a set, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's got feathers everywhere. Looking like he just came from an Indian camp. Meantime, 3 heroes hanging around the bottom lane as well. TC actually having his Lincolns complete and taking a break from farming for being on that bottom lane, maybe trying to harass a bit, maybe trying to initiate on someone, trying to go for kills, but we have a sentry ward up here for the Radiant team, and I don't think they really want to try to go for something like that there. $1,700 gold up on Korok. I'm kind of wondering when they want to initiate. Like, the thing about Liquid is they don't really have the team fight compared to Hamburger, that's for sure. So if they want to go for a 5-man push, they better know that they are really far ahead and they can actually take that. At the same time, I feel like Hamburger, they have got that team fight and they should try to go for those kind of 5-man pushes, but apparently they don't feel like they're ahead enough to warrant that they're actually going to be able to come out ahead of those encounters. As we just saw in the bottom lane, it was basically an arena kind of style where everybody just fought and came back and fought and came back after dying, etc. But they should have the better upper hand for that one. But they are going to go into the bottom lane right now. They are missing the Magnus though. He can TP himself bottom, and there is still a tier 1 tower standing, so that definitely helps. There's only one tower down so far on the side of Hamburgers, which is the tier 1 tower on the top side. And there's actually 3 towers down on the side of Liquid. And the fact that it is Hamburger that's sitting around in the bottom lane, the lane that already has all the towers, if they go for a fight here, and should they win a fight here, they're not going to be able to take a tier 2 out of this, but they might be able to take a tier 3. Oh, Courier is going to get picked off there. Korok
has been killed.
Making good use of the vision that they have in the enemy jungle.
Dire's tower is under attack.
And that is going to be TP to, well, a recall actually being used to help Korok be coming here. And there's 5 versus 5 on the bottom lane again. Well, I say 5 versus 5, but the split pusher Bulba is still there, and he's actually going to get countered again by Bamboo. And he's going to get trying to slow him down. And that also means that there's not going to be an initiation from Hamburgers right now, because they can't really go in without their black hole Enigma there. Enigma, who by the way still has got a blink dagger, no mechanism yet though. The mechanism actually being not built yet. It's going to be the Orchid that's going to be built up by the Life Stealer, so he'll have that at some point.
Radiant's middle.
Let's see if they can catch out TC. Central Wards go down. They do have a Fiend Script. They can't find him right now though. There goes the time lapse back towards there, and they don't have it. Or do they? The Blinks and the Fiend Script. Never mind, they do. They definitely do. 2 ult is being used for that though. Not the RP apparently, it was already on cooldown. But it's still the Fiend Script that got used. Nice one there. As the tower continue getting pressure. Black hole though. Blink here from Bamboo. Gonna catch 2. Blinding Light doesn't stop it. Scooter up on 3. Is there gonna be enough damage though? Mechanism helping out. Black hole getting returned by Fluff. Catches 3 heroes. Swap out. At least able to keep 1 alive. It is gonna be the Nino that's gonna go down to the Illuminate from the Keeper of the Light. And the Wolf. What is he gonna do? Tower or heroes? Tower or heroes? Tower. Fluff maybe going for heroes. Nope, never mind. Tower as well.
Radiant's middle tower.
That's a tier 1 going down. And all of a sudden, towers. Not even just yet, but 1 tower closer. And if you consider that this gold graph is about even with Liquid being 1 tower behind, they are actually slightly ahead because of that very fact. Experience graph also going in their favor. As we do see the telekinesis up on up and come with me, who's gonna try to open up, and I expect might be able to do so. That actually, with of course also the fast damage going through, able to get 1 kill, might be able to get 2. It is actually the Waning Rift that actually picks up a kill. But almost a double kill. Almost a double kill for Come With Me, but not able to do it. And they get the gem from that as well. The gem that was picked up by Ice Mike actually. Telekinesis, there goes another silence, or flying through, actually picks up the Vengeful Spirit on the back end of that one. It's gonna be the Bane, able to brain sap Korok, get some HP back from it, but still goes down. RP up on 3, Shockwave kills up 2, there goes the gem again on the floor. It is gonna be Bulba that's gonna try to go for an Enigma, is able to do that as well. Gem of True Sight, someone picked it up. Who picked it up? It is gonna be someone destroyed it, I think. It's gonna be Shui. Has not got himself a score. Can't get himself a blink yet, just yet. Needs to have more time for a blink. 2-1. 3-2-1. No, goes down. Double kill going with TC. Team wipe on the side of Hamburgers, and that is gonna be a tier 1 tower. TP incoming. Lifestealer thinking about doing something here. Picks up one of the wolves. And actually, the tower still stands in deny range though, so the tower will probably still go down. There goes the Lincolns. And that's gonna be that. And the gem, indeed, getting destroyed where it dropped. As, yeah, nobody has it. Nobody has it. And that means that the wards can continue as well as, of course, also Weaver can continue to Shukushi. 1600 gold up on him. He hasn't really farmed as much since he left the lane. He's been mostly trying to be in fights, and he has been. I mean, he's been in 9 out of the 16 kills. Not too bad for him. I'm kind of curious to see what he's gonna go for next. Is it gonna be something like a Mantis Tower or something like that? But we'll find out, I guess. Just having to be patient. Oh, Courier, what you gonna do, Courier?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And that was actually, that was Come With Me's items, as we're gonna see Bane getting picked off here by Bulba as well. And they're gonna go for the Life Stealer. Can he eat himself up? He can't. Well, he can't eat himself up. He's gonna eat himself into a quick There's the infest damage out. He's gonna try to run, doesn't have a rage anymore. He's just trying to find a way out. He can't find his team, can't run into enemy team either. It's gonna be Korg that's gonna be coming here to secure the kill and actually takes the last for himself. But that is 2 quick pickups for Liquid that just could mean so much more than just 2 pickups. It could mean tier 1/tier 2s. Tier 1 standing on the bottom lane still, so that's gonna be picked up because it didn't get denied.
Radiant's bottom tower is
So
under
that's no surprise, but they might be able to get more from
Radiant's
this.
bottom
40
tower.
seconds without that lifestealer is for a pretty long time. In the meantime, the rest of Hamburger, they've got this massive team fight combination, but they don't really have any possibility to go for those team fights. And they can throw out everything that they have, and they've got some good success with that. We saw RP sitting on 3 and then instantly killed off 2, but constantly it is Liquid that comes back and is able to turn the fights around somehow and pulls up ahead afterwards. Tier 1 tower is gonna at least be traded. Hamburgers know that they can't defend their bottom lane, so they're gonna try to go for the kills for themselves. It's gonna be the tier 2 that's gonna be harassed here as well though. And this time, I'm not sure if fortification actually gets used on this one as well. TP is incoming. They want to try to go for this. They've got the blinks. There's gonna be the Puck that's gonna be able to get himself away. Will we still be Malefist Fiend's grip? Korok in some trouble, going down. Mechanism trying to help out, but Korok has already picked up Nightmare up on Ix Mike. Can't do anything right now. Wolf gonna be searching for a target. Finds himself the Bane. Backs off as he sees that he has to run way too far, and he knows also that the Lifestealer is still around there. Who was able to pick up the Keeper of the Light. And the infest is there, so that Come With Me was able to get out of there as well. But the tower still went down, and it's still gonna be Liquid that, even if they lost 2, with the tower down, they pull up slightly ahead. Even though the towers are now even, the gold graph is in their favor, 5k, experience graph 10k. It's getting out of control real fast. Every time that Hamburgers get something done, Liquid makes sure they get something bigger done. And well, I was gonna say vice versa, but every time Liquid goes in and Hamburger's actually able to anticipate on that and get themselves a kill, Liquid comes back afterwards again and taking it back every little bit of candy that they just gave away to Hamburgers. And of course, I mean, that courier really hurting Come With Me right now. He would have had the Orchid if not for that courier snipe from TC. And this is of course game number 2, by the way, of the matchup between Hamburgers and Liquid, and one of these 2 teams is going to be going on to the next round, while the other one, it will be out of the competition of the Eizo Cup March. Best out of 3 matches all around. With 2 rounds being played today, 2 rounds being played tomorrow. Silence, Dream Coil up on 3, look at them run, look at them go, there goes the Rage, gonna go for Ix Mike. Ix Mike is already on the sidelines. Can they get anybody else? Roshan still goes down, Blink in from Bamboo, looking for a way in. There's also Blink in from Shui. Can only fight a Nightmare up on a Lycanthrope. That might be actually the target that they want to go for. But they know they don't. No, they don't. And by the way, he was also not visible because he had a Shadow Blade and there was no vision apart from the Sentry Ward right here. And I think he was slightly out of vision. Look, a shield. Still 5 heroes alive from Hamburger, while they were able to pick up at least 1 from Liquid, so it's not all hopeless, even though they did lose the Aegis, of course. But, I mean, like, the thing is, they need to get their teamfight going, and we have seen some nice RPs. We've seen some okay black holes, but the damage going through there is not enough just yet, and they basically only have the Lifestealer for that. Lifestealer who finally has got the recipe for the Mjolnir, actually, that was being brought towards him. And the Orchid as well, actually. And that's gonna be his, that's gonna be and his Mjolnir and his Orchid, so that will be a big difference from last fight. We've seen Weaver having a Manta style indeed soon. It's like, it's gonna be tough for Hamburgers. And normally I wouldn't say that tough, because obviously, I mean, they've got this massive big team fight, but Liquid, they seem so deft in trying to avoid those team fights and just able to pick people off, and their heroes in fights are just so mobile. Not only the Weaver and the Puck that I already mentioned, but also the Lycan. He turns into Wolf super fast, getting run himself around. And I mean, I guess then if you do get a black hole and an RP that are proper, then yeah, you're gonna be getting that team fight in your pocket should you have the damage to go through, because you have to have your whole team right there, with your whole team able to hit everybody in the black hole. But that's like the perfect case scenario, and I don't think that Liquid is a team that's going to be allowing that to happen. It is just not, no, I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see though. Everybody can make mistakes, and that's something that Hamburger's got to hope for. But they now also have to deal with the side of Eizo upon Korok, who just picked that one up on his puck.
Radiant's top
So
tower
more
has
control for
fallen.
Liquid in those fights, as if they didn't have enough with the with a puck as a hero on itself. Of course, already a big control hero. Telekinesis there. And hello, Nightmare and Bulba. So able to pop his Shadow Blade. Centerward goes down instantly though. They know where he is. Fiends grip up on him as well, and they're just gonna attack him to death. Should be able to get him as well. There we go. In the meantime though, a return kill being done by Liquid on the bottom lane, where Come With Me was sitting right around there. Well, I don't know why I drew there, it doesn't matter. And they were able to pick up that kill, and that's not worth it. Oh, Bamboo taking a lot of harassment here. This is a Manta style ready, by the way, so these illusions are still going to be very annoying, and it's going to be also contributing towards the split push potential that Liquid has. I mean, I already said Lycan has got a lot of split push with his Wolves, but now also Weaver has got it with his Manta style. Should not underestimate the power of the split push if Carry has a Manta style, and that's going to just force Hamburgers to not be trying to find those team fights. That's something that it does. I mean, they are able to defend it. I mean, seriously, that's not too hard. They can just, you know, a couple of shockwaves will be doing the job, and of course the demonic conversion helps as well with the Eidolons able to just push it back.
Radiant's
But
courier has been killed.
again, this is the third time. The third time. Ward up on the high ground doing the job. Vengeful Spirit is going to be put in that Nightmare. Will be going down though. Silence up on Bamboo, and no RP going through here either. They went in, they tried to initiate, couldn't get it done. And they lost the courier, and they lost even more if they're going to be trying to find a fight here. They lost the Vengeful Spirit, of course, well. Centerward goes down. So we have Lycan just taking down the creep wave, making sure the lane gets pushed out. Liquid, they're closing in on the mid lane as well as on the bottom lane. Now Open Wound, gonna hit up on Bulba. Now shall not escape. They will be able to pick him up. That is at least something. Now Hamburgers have to try to capitalize on that. Have to try and catch Liquid on the retreat, but Liquid, yeah, they're already backing up. Delta split 101 Delta. And there's gonna be 4 stuff being built up on Fluff, who already has got a blink there, and nobody's gonna be able to get caught out of position anymore unless they find the puck for some reason, but I don't think they do. I mean, the vision for Korok is perfect. Fluff making sure of that, and he's actually gonna be going for it. He's gonna be going for the Bane. One more hit needed. Mechanism trying to help out. He can still get the kill though. Dreamcoil hits upon Bamboo. He doesn't have another Hex, and he has to back himself out because here comes the rest of Hamburgers. They want to try and take down Korok. Won't be able to find him anymore though. They will be just forced to continue back to farm, and every bit of fight that we see is basically decreed how it goes by Liquid. They declare when, what, how, and when. And yes, they are picked off a couple of times. Some mistakes are being made, but instantly Liquid, they make it count by getting a couple of pickups on themselves, by having, you know, if Hamburger picks up a target, they think, oh my god, we're 4 on 5, we're ahead. As in, we're 5 on 4, so we are ahead with a 5. And the TC is going to be getting a score. Can he time up in time? No. Nice job. Those are the kind of pickups that we should see them getting more often. There was no time lapse anymore for the Weaver. He was too slow with that and couldn't get it done. The silence, of course, was there also from the Orchid, so basically I couldn't get that one off before everything was over. And those, like I said, are the kind of pickups that they should have. Let's see what Liquid is going to try to get in return for this though. So that is something that we normally see happening. Gem of True setup on Bamboo, has to be careful. Illuminate flying through. That is Fluff picking up the Eidolons. A bit more pushing power. Bulba again. We've seen him picked up a couple of times already, but he still has that Shadow Blade, and the gem is on someone that's not close by, so he will be able to get away. And the Wolves actually trying to scout out a bit more. Bamboo gonna find them. There we go. Now he knows also that the gem is indeed there, so he has to be careful. They want to go for it. Malefice goes. Open wounds as well. Can they get him? Yes, they can. No Shadow Blade to get you away, and that is gonna be a Bulba buying back, because right now this might be a fight that Liquid might want to take. No, it is not a fight that they want to take, apparently. Not when the whole team is chasing them. Oh, Lifestealer getting swapped into safety. Nice dodge for the stun with the phase shift. Illuminate flying through. Come with me, still on the hunt, but he won't be able to find out anybody anymore. Everybody backed off inside that jungle. And this is gonna be Hamburger taking back their map. Their side of the map is almost theirs again. They're not having their own jungle just yet, but their mid lane is there against theirs again, and that is making already a difference as we're gonna see them pushing on towards the bottom lane. They're gonna go for Come With Me, who was sitting there happily minding his own business. He's gonna be having no more rage soon again. There we go. Is there gonna be enough damage? Telekinesis going through as well, and that's a kill. Pretty convincing kill, if I may say so as well. I mean, they're just keeping up with him as he tries to run away. And Rage TP, apparently no option for him as he doesn't have a TP in his bags. Because that could have been something that they could have, of course, tried. His Rage TP, and you should be able to stay alive. But now without a lifestealer for 1 whole minute, with no buyback either. Well, he has actually got buyback. Do they want to force out that buyback? I think they can. They should be able to. Shockwave and Black War are still there though. Liquid, TC, getting put in a nightmare. There's still Fiend's Grip up on him as well if they want to try and go for him. Do they want to though? Yeah, they do. They do. Dream Coil's there. There's a silence actually breaking the Fiend's Grip. Now buyback from the Lifestealer because there's fight inside his base. He can't turn this around and instantly Liquid. And they run themselves out. Is there gonna be an open wound? Who's he gonna go for? Open wounds up on Korg, who gets swapped out, gets picked off instantly. For a staff forward on Fluff, trying to save his lone life. It's gonna be Lifestealer still on the run. Has got still an open wounds. There he goes. No open wounds needed for IX Mike, who pops his Ghost Scepter, will still be stunned, will still be picked up by that Bane Fiend, by the Bane Brain Sap. Can they get another one? No, they can't find another one. We saw Shweedy just jumped himself up there to see if he could catch someone, but couldn't anymore. And that is actually Hamburger pushing away Liquid from their base. And they didn't even get that. Like, they went for hero kills. Liquid, they got a bit greedy for heroes, and they were able to not pick up anything in terms of buildings and in terms of kills. I mean, yeah, they got the Lifestealer before they actually went in, but they didn't get any kills when they were actually inside the base, I believe. So a good fight, very good fight for Hamburger, something that they're definitely going to be happy about, and something that's basically keeping them in the game as well. Liquid is going to be going back to lick their wounds to recuperate. Going to be trying to get their fight back on, and the longer this fight goes, the better those initiations maybe will work, the more impact those RPs will have, and the black holes as well. And of course you're going to have a refresher for Magnus soon as well, as he's building towards that, and Enigma, he is going to be going for BKB so he can just continue casting his black hole without getting interrupted. Oh, what did he buy? He bought something. Ah, he's gonna go for a heart. He just has to make sure that the courier doesn't get sniped over. You already saw that so often this game. Is he green? He's green. Awkward. He's smoked up though. Everybody of Liquid smoked up. Gonna go towards the top lane. Invis Rune is gonna be left where it is. Maybe Liquid Bulba is gonna be picking up. Yes, he is. He's gonna be trying to go for maybe Bamboo. They're gonna run into him very soon. Wolves scout him out. And that's gonna be Bamboo getting picked off. No black hole for next fight unless he can buy it back, which he cannot. It's gonna be the Vengeful Spirit gonna get picked up, and the back end of things is gonna be the puck getting picked up by Come With Me. Gem of Truth on the floor, nobody cares apart from TC. Gonna pick it up rather than destroying it this time. Nice job. And it's gonna be 2 heroes being picked up on the side of Hamburgers and 1 being picked up on Liquid. That 1 pickup though, that one puck might be enough to make sure that Liquid is not going to be going in, and that's going to be something they should be happy about. But then again, the fact that the Enigma is out of the pool means that there's not going to be black hole, means that the Roshan pit is quite safe. There's of course still an RP, but right now the way things are going for Hamburger, they need more than just an RP, and they need the black hole to be there as well, because they need just the damage from that Enigma as well to go to. So they're not going to be having to deal with that one. They are going to be the only one to go for the Roshan, as we do see the Weaver going for a Radiance next. That is interesting. Radiance is an item that sometimes gets picked up by Weaver as their first item, because it has such a big impact. But if you're gonna go for Radiance first, that's really not that common. Really for its effectiveness. But we're gonna see though. I mean, if they're gonna be continuing to teamfight like that, all teamfighty items will be able to help out. And Radiance, even though minor AoE damage is still, if the fight lasts long enough, and we have had some very, very long fights. But if the fights last long enough, then that Radiance will definitely be doing a lot of damage. And also, if you look at Hamburger's lineup, you have got the Vengeful Spirit as well as the Bane, who really don't have that much, so we'll be taking a lot of damage from that. As the push comes on the top lane for Hamburgers, they are all 5 there. They are not anywhere where Liquid is though. Liquid is gonna go middle, not all 5, but one is on the bottom lane. Of course, split pushing Bulba is doing his work. That's got himself the cheese, but they're looking to lose a tier 2 tower. I'm gonna be trading it for the tier 2 mid though, because I don't think that Liquid is gonna be letting this one slide, especially not with TC pounding on it like that. Doesn't get the last hit though, that was the siege creep. Let's see if they're gonna try to defend this. Oh, who is gonna be forced out to TP first? I mean, there's a refresher up on the Magnus, they wouldn't mind fighting. And it's actually gonna be everybody TPing for himself, no Infest being used to help save a TP scroll. Oh well. And Liquid with those TPs forced out, that's all they wanted. And that's what they got. Orchid being built up on Korok.
Silence.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gonna be able to have some big impact if you can silence the Magnus or the Enigma before the fight starts. Pick them up. Scouting the wards. I do think no, they didn't see that one. They put one up. They flew the courier towards the high ground, but they didn't see that ward right there. They have got the gem of truth to scout things out. What they're trying to make sure to not get caught by surprise. But still, despite the gem, Liquid is having some pretty good control here, just by placing the wards at places where they're thinking that a Hamburger doesn't look. They get that done. And Bamboo actually daytime. Nope, doesn't see it. Oh, they're gonna go for this. Wolf is in a wolf form. Let the chase begin. Gonna go for the Bane. Nope, gonna go for the Vengeful. Vengeful dead. Hello, Abyssal Blade being used on that one, and that's gonna be the Bane. Gonna be Bane Overflow going down, but nice RP up on 2, and look at this damage going through. Bulma and Korok just cleaned out. Cleaned out. 2 for 2, but 2 supports for 2 important heroes on the sideline of Liquid. And Hamburgers, they are keeping themselves in this game, and it's actually, they're keeping the gold graph even. 7,500 gold in favor of Liquid still, of course, but if you can keep this even and, you know, at some point you will be getting fights done, you're actually gonna go be ahead, if that makes sense. If you can keep yourself even with being 7,500 gold in disadvantage, you're actually slightly but slowly keeping yourself, getting yourself ahead. Anyways, experience graph is gonna go towards the 6k in favor of Liquid again, but right now this is not gonna be about experience anymore, or about gold either. It's gonna be about decision making and captaining. That's why I'm hovering over this guy. It's gonna be